Hello and welcome back to Crystal Wellness Studios. Today we're going to start with everything that's in our Coarse barrels. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 barrels in Coarse. And we're going to start with our golden quartz, also known as golden healer. So we're going to take a quick look and see how we're doing. It has been in 60/90 coarse grit since October 12th, which makes it a full 4 weeks. This looks like there's some chipping right here. And I did find a couple chips when I was cleaning the barrel. Here's one right here, so we'll set it aside. Oops, it's rolling away. So that's going to have to go back in for another week to get cleaned up. But if you can see that, look at, see how beautiful. Okay, that's going to have to go back. It's just a little bit more work. It's really turning out quite nice. Wow. Very pretty. So our quartz is going to need another week. This is really a very pretty quartz. Very pretty. Oh, look at the lines in that. Very nice indeed. Okay, we just need to remove any chips and broken ceramic media. And this is ready to run another week. Let's see, is any of this ready to be pulled out? Oh, so close, so close. Oh, I think this one's ready. Cool, let's set it aside. Let's see what we have here. Try and move rather quickly this week. Oh, this is so close. You see that little scratch? Nope. Very close. Very beautiful pieces. Okay, so there was only one ready to move forward. There's a few pieces of broken ceramic we gotta pull out. And here's another quartz piece that broke off, that chipped. Okay, we're gonna do the rest of this off camera, save some time, and we'll move on to our next barrel. We'll see the golden healer quartz next week. Well, we have some bad news with our Spiritite. We had overpacked the barrel and it didn't move. So we took out a lot of the ceramic media and hopefully there'll be more room for this to move around. So the Spiritite's going in for another week. Wow, lesson learned. It is very pretty, but it still needs work. It would have been ready this week, I'm assuming, but it's been all week not being able to move. Wasted a whole thing of grit. Okay, lesson learned, moving forward. We'll see this again next week. Okay, here we are with our Chrysoprase. It's been running for 1 week in 6090 coarse grit, no ceramic media, and I didn't put any baking soda in this one. Just wanted to see how it would do. And we didn't have any gas issues. We didn't have, you know, bubbling of the barrel lid, so we're all right there. This is like so close. Gonna give that another look. Oh. So we ran this with our tiger's eye, golden tiger's eye and blue tiger's eye, pieces that we had been adding to the barrel to keep it full when the other batches were running. So we just have a little bit that still has a tiny bit more work that needs to be done. A couple of the pieces have a lot more than just a few. So this is Chrysoprase, isn't it pretty? It's got some brown markings in it. It's basically a green stone. Very nice. Please put in the comments below if you would like to know the metaphysical properties of these stones. I am a certified crystal healer, and I am a certified Reiki master and instructor, but I'm keeping that information out of these rock tumbling videos because, you know, not everybody's into it. And I just, you know, this is rock tumbling. If you're more interested in learning about the metaphysical properties of these stones, please put it in the comments and I'll do a video series on that. Be happy to. Whew. We'll go more into a tiny bit of the geology of the stones, you know, the different colors they come in, the different frequencies they have, you know, all that's fun jazz. You know, what they help for healing. This is so close. Oops, now I'm mixing up my batches. That needed another. Alright, let's put them over here if they're ready for medium. Well, I'm surprised after 1 week that any were ready to go to medium. Wow. This is just really cool. Sometimes I look at these so closely, they're kind of off camera, and I do apologize for that. This Chrysoprase is really cool. Not to be confused with Chrysoprase. Very pretty. Chrysoprase. No, Chrysoprase. Very happy with how this is turning out. Didn't lose a whole lot of mass either. This was small rough to begin with. Oh, that's got a little pyrite in it. Okay, golden tiger's eye still needs a little work. As you can see, we're just playing some catch up here so this can get ready to join the other phases of tiger's eye that we have going. This may never come out. These are actual little pits. This might become a garden stone, but we'll use it for filler. Blue's getting better. Another piece of golden. Is that one ready? Oh, there's that little tiny. I mean, if we're gonna run it, we might as well run it. And as you can see, the blues are kind of, you know, playing catch up here. Okay, that barrel is ready to go. We're going to put it in 60-90 grit for another week, and we'll move on to our next barrel. And we're back with our coffee and green stone. I still have not gotten an answer from the vendor, which was, I think, either Fangasma Gems or Digging Dolls. I don't know. There's like 3 different stores that are all out of the same place. Still haven't gotten an answer of what kind of stone this is, but it's pretty. And I did notice a couple of these pieces here. There is another structure underneath it. And like this one, this is very interesting. The more it grinds away, it looks like either this was dyed, or there's another matrix with this, or maybe this is green stone that was next to it that's coming out. It's very interesting. The coffee color does appear to have these little white dots and some little green ones as well. I think that one's ready to move forward almost. Yeah. See, it's kind of like quartz. I don't know. See all the different colors in this one? It's interesting. I don't know really what it is. It was one of those vendor purchases. It was like, oh, that looks cool. Let's do it. And I didn't bother to get more information at the time of purchase, and now I'm regretting that because now I can't get a hold of them. Now this is a pocket that had something in it. This might become a garden stone because I just don't think we're going to be able to get this one down to what it needs to be. I think it would just grind away too much of the stone. But we'll leave it in for filler until it goes to another stage. When it goes to another stage, we're going to have to take it out because it's going to be a grit contaminator. Oh, look at this one. All the red came off. And this is what was underneath. So something tells me this is not really volcano glass. And I didn't think it was volcano glass anyway. And I just called it volcano stone. So I don't really know what's happening with this. I think that's interesting. And see, again, it seems like the more it sits in the 60-90 coarse grit, the more the red or the coffee color comes off. So this is, I mean, it's pretty, but it's a buyer beware situation. That's what happens when you buy stuff off the internet. It's still pretty. But not knowing what the physical properties of it are, I can't sell this or use this in Reiki healing. I cannot use it for crystal healings. It's just pretty. I can only use this for decoration until I get some better information of what this actually is. I'm really liking the patterns on the green one. Needs a tiny bit more work. Oh, got some little tiny pebbles. I'm pulling the pebbles out for another project. For a Zen project, these would be perfect for Zen meditation gardens. You know, little decorative things. Put them in plants, decorate a windowsill. This is very close. My hands are getting dirty from the lids. I'm gonna have to give them a good scrub. Okay, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot more time on this. I'm gonna finish looking at this off camera and we'll move on to our next barrel. That one's ready to go. Oh, see, like we have a chip here. Looks like that's our only chip, but we've got some small stones that we can set aside. Okay, we'll be back with our next barrel. Alright, and now we're back with our Howlite. This has been in our 6090 grit since September. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full weeks. Now we've been adding these big chunks as we go along to keep filling the barrel. So some of these have not obviously been running that long. God, they're beautiful. Okay, so some of these little ones obviously have been running that long. That's finally ready to go to medium. Oh, see, just got that little tiny one. I think I'm going to put it in medium anyway. This has a chip right out of it. Oh, it's a little bit of a deep chip. Here's one. Well, we'll put it back in and we'll see if we can get it to come out any. There might be inside the ceramic media some chippage. Alright, now this has got a little bit more shaping to do. Nice big hunk. More shaping on this one. Boy, Howlite's nice. Whew. Very nice. Very nice pieces. I think one more week and we'll definitely be ready to move all this to medium. Catch it up with the other batches. Okay, we will go through the ceramic media and find more chips. And we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. We are looking at our clear crystal quartz, amethyst, and peach aventurine barrel that's been running 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks in 6090 coarse grit. And as you can see, I mean, it's drying, but it's getting much better, much closer to being ready. These are the only 2 clear crystal quartz that are left to catch up. Well, one, because this one's ready to go. So that goes back in the barrel. Our peach aventurine has a lot of work that needs to be done. So, I mean, it's like I could crack this stone. I don't want to crack this stone, but this is just ugly, you know, compared to the rest of the stone. So this might end up being a garden rock, because I don't think that that's ever going to smooth out. That is going to be a garden rock. All right, let's see what else we have here in our peach. Ooh, interesting fracture lines on this, which they're smooth. That one's ready to move forward. Oh, Oh, isn't it pretty? Still needs a little bit more smoothing. This one's getting a lot more work needs to be done. It's got some divots, some indentations. I think one more week and they'll be smooth enough that they won't be grit catchers. Maybe 2 more weeks. This is a pretty hard stone. MOHS Hardness 7. Ooh. Yeah. This is a bummer. I don't know what to do with that. Except let it ride. Sometimes it looks like they'll crack off. And as you've seen, I've been able to crack them off sometimes. This is just really super duper close. Wow. That whole thing is going to be a great catcher. Very disappointed in that piece because I really like the shape of it, but I don't think it's going to really do what we wanted to do for tumbling. I think this entire batch of rough was difficult to work with. I can still feel that. Okay. We're on to our Amethyst. My nail does catch. Look at how you can see that down in there. And all this needs to be, that's going to just take forever. Some of these we just have to accept are going to take a really long time. I don't think any of this purple is ready. Any of this amethyst is ready to move forward. It's like I can't feel it, but I can see it. Oh, my nail caught. Alright. All this is going to go for another week in Coarse. And we'll be right back. And we're back with our last barrel that is in 6090 Coarse grit. This we started last week. It is Desert Jasper. So it's got some really interesting colors. We didn't put any ceramic media in here, but we did put baking soda to keep the barrel from getting gassy and the lid popping. So no ceramic media, 6090 grit, ran for a week, and it's smoothing beautifully. I mean, these are just really very beautiful pieces. I mean, it's gonna need another week, but wow, look at how much shaping has been done already. This is just beautiful Desert Jasper. See, even though this is, oops, sorry about the camera. Even though this is a large indentation, it's smooth. So it won't be catching grit, and that's just really lovely. This and this I'd like shaped out though. Needs a lot of work, obviously. I really like the colors in Jaspers. They feel good in the hand. There's just so many options. Oh. So this week we'll add ceramic media to help cushion the stone and to help deliver the grit into the tinier areas. Oh, we got a chip there. We did get a lot of chips in this batch. No, not a lot, but a fair amount. And that's all right because it was just our first week in course, and this is the stage that we want that to happen, not in our later stages. Wow. It's just some of the coolest patterns. Coolest colors. This one is like almost ready. I'm moving fairly quickly because we've got a lot more barrels to get to. But wow. Desert Jasper. I'm pretty happy with all Jaspers, to be honest. Wow, this is a big hunking stone. Cool. It obviously needs some work. I'm a little bit worried about how deep this particular one is. We may end up cracking this stone. We'll see. Let it go a couple more weeks. There's a chip. Oh, so this is like just about there. Wow. This is so cool. Look at that one. I just love this rainbow effect. This is just about ready. Oh, that needs a lot of work. Pretty cool. I'm a little concerned about this. It's really pretty rough, pretty porous. I hope that'll grind out. Darn, I'm thinking this is just gorgeous. I think next week a lot of this will be ready to move forward. So we're going to add ceramic media to cushion this. I may have said that already. Wow. It is super close. I love working with Jaspers. They feel so good. Wow. Oh, isn't that a neat shape? It's really cool. Wow, I am just in love with this Desert Jasper. I love the blue on that. This one's more mauve-y, more of a brown red. Wow, this is really cool. Whew. But this one looks like it's going to be a mountain piece, but as you can see, we're getting little breakages. Wow, it looks like a mountain. Now it's ready to move forward. Unbelievable. We've got two pieces that are absolutely ready to move forward already. After 1 week in course, that's unheard of for Jasper. Usually it takes weeks and weeks and weeks. Oh, that's a pine needle. Let's clean these outside. Let's see if we're finding chips. Gotta cool little pile started. Oh, he's cute. It broke off, but it's cute as can be. Trying to get more work. Whew. Oh my gosh, so much of this is going to be ready next week. I shouldn't jinx it. Desert Jasper, just beautiful stuff to work with. And such a variety of pattern. This one's kind of a light colored pinky. Wow. Oh, look at all these little breakages. So just little chips. Oh, isn't he cute? He's so little. And this one's so little. We're going to put these in our Zen pile. And then these here are all the chips that came out. So I mean, for that great big 6-pound barrel, this was all the chips we had, but still significant. All right, Desert Jasper is ready to run one more week in 6090 coarse grit. When we come back, we'll be moving on to our medium barrels. Okay, be right back. Well, we're back with our first medium barrel of the week, and this is our Labradorite. As you can see, we're beginning to get a lot more labradorescence to shine through. This is all medium. It's feeling very smooth. What we want is it to feel as perfect as possible before we move it forward to our pre-polish stages. There's still a little tiny bit of rough spots due to the tourmaline in here. I think it's tourmaline. Not 100% sure. The other mineral that's in here. We seem to blame everything on tourmaline these days. Oh, just beautiful. Some of this is like a little scratching that could be caused from chipping or ceramic media that's too sharp. So we're going to want to look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Let that just shine right through. There's little, that's a sliver of Labradorite right there. It's a sliver. Wow. Sharp little bugger. Let's put this in there. I've seen darker Labradorite with much more labradorescence. But I'm very pleased with this. basically what we want to feel here now that we're in the medium stage. We're already happy with the shape, or it never would have left coarse. But now it's running in 120, 220, and that just smooths the surface further. So it's not going to shape anymore, but it will continue, you know, any fine little things that need to be taken care of, like little scratches on the surface. And while this looks like scratches, it's really fracture marks that are inside the stone. And they're really close to the surface, but you really cannot feel those. Yeah, I think that could use a little bit more work. Once we're finished running all of these Labradorites through all the various stages and we're finished with polish, anything that doesn't have a really nice labradorescence, we're going to make a garden stone because we don't want to sell that if it doesn't, you know, have the pretty, I mean, that's what we're paying for. This is labradorescence. These really need to be completely dry. See, I'm getting, can you see that? These are little shards. Whew. They kind of hurt. Little tiny pokies. I have to get some tweezers to get those out. Okay, I'm going to continue to go through this. We're going to continue to sort them and see what's ready to move on and what needs a little more work in medium. And if we'll see how much we have left of each when we come back. All right, I'm going to do this off camera so that we're not eating up a lot of time. And I got to get these splinters out of my finger. Okay, I'll be right back. Ooh. Okay, we're back with our Labradorite. These are the ones that we are going to put into medium for one more week. They just didn't have a smooth enough feel to move forward. And these over here, I'm going to remove it from our stand, are what can move forward to our pre-polish 500 grit. It's going to wait until the rest of the medium catches up with it. But so once again, we're splitting a batch, but it's pretty par for the course. And I'm not finding any chips in here in our ceramic media, so it will continue on with our Labradorite that we're running in medium. Alrighty, we'll be back with our next barrel. Yay! We're back to Jaspers. We have our combined barrel that has yellow, Serape, and zebra, and Kambaba Jasper, along with Botswana Agate, and one really big piece of red Jasper. All right, here. This is the one I bought at a store that had some issues. It had some scratches and stuff on it, and I wanted to go through and clean it up, and it's becoming beautiful. I really, really love it, and it's so ready to move to the next phase. So this has been 1 week in 120, 220, whatever that is. Losing my mind here. In medium grit. I'm going to dry these off here. Oh, look at how stunning this is. It's ready to go to pre-polish 500 grit. Let's set that in our barrel. Oh, I'm so excited. These are Kambaba Jaspers that we held over that had to go in another medium run. Oh, it's beautiful now. It's so ready to move forward. Excuse me. So what could have happened? See, that got scratched. I might even put that back into, well, helps if you're on camera. I'm gonna put this back into a rough stage just to get that imperfection out. These were held over from when we ran our Kambaba Jaspers. They needed just a little bit of tweaking. I think these, they ran through medium for another week, and they're just lovely. Yeah, it has just that little tiny spot. Run that in medium again. I'm hoping medium will take out some of those so we won't have to go all the way back. See, there's a chip. So that's going to have to go back. Gosh, Kambaba Jasper is just beautiful. So, all these barrels started out with one stone, and as we whittled down, move them into different phases, we ended up combining barrels and holding some back for when we had another Jasper running in the same stage. I don't know. And then, let's try that. Looks okay now. Must have been an optical illusion. So it's kind of fun when there's a lot of stuff in the barrel. Gives you a lot of variety. Wow. This is coolness. I might order more Kambaba Jasper just because I think it's so beautiful. I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun to tumble. That could use a little more work. And more work. If these don't smooth out in medium, see like that little tiny piece right there, it's going back to rough. Because I really want perfect stones. Wow. Oh, I saw something on that. Let's try it. While it looks prettier wet, you can see the imperfections better when it's dry. Nope, that's perfect. Needs more work. Trying to do all of the one stone at a time here. Kambaba needs more work. Well, there was a lot more of this than I thought. Wow, It's so pretty. Aw. See that? I hope that doesn't have to go back to rough because of that. I hope being in medium another week will fix it. But we're gonna do what we gotta do. See that little part right in there? I'm trying to get in there. Scratches are what's holding it back. Whew. Okay, let's take a look at our Botswana agate. Well, I'm sorry, this is Serape Jasper. Because of that, I want to give it one more week. Oh, here's a piece of carnelian. That's not ready. Okay, Botswana or Serape Jasper. Wow. Very nice. I think I moved these forward to medium because I was sick of running them in coarse. They had run for so long, but there's still so much that needs to be done on this. I'll leave it to keep the barrel full, but I think it's going to have to go back next week. Wow. Yeah, see all of this? This is little pitting that was caused from like a little druzy pocket, and the other crystals came out. So now we have little pockets. I think some of this Serape is going to have to go back, oh my lord, to one more time back into rough. It's not ready to be in medium, but we're going to keep it in here to keep the barrels full. Okay. Some Botswana agate. Oh, can use the one down. This is getting really cool. More medium. Another piece of carnelian. That. Just a little bit in the end. Oh, a little sliver. Kambaba that can move forward. This is Botswana agate. Wow, look at that. It's going to be a little bit more time. It's another Jasper. Needs a little bit of work down in here. Zebra Jasper. My goodness, there's some work that needs to be done on these. I think this one's ready to go forward. Forward. Oh, yellow Jasper with some beautiful, beautiful striping, patterning. Well, the zebra seems to be ready. Seems to be wanting to move forward. Wow, look at the pinks in that. Aw, if it wasn't for in there. This is a pretty big barrel. There's a lot to go through. We have all this yellow Jasper. Oh, sorry about that. I keep hitting that cord on the camera. It's got a little bit right there. I'm hoping medium will smooth that out. Some of these are grinding down to chips. A little bit more work. Oof, this could become a major problem. We'll make this a garden stone. think I'm just going to put it in for garden stone right now while we still have a lot of the pretty crystal still inside. Garden stone it is. Alright, I'm going to finish going through this off camera. Finish splitting this barrel down but for what can go on to 500 pre-polish and what needs to stay in 120 medium grit. So there's still quite a bit to go through here. Okay, we'll be back with the next barrel shortly. That's really pretty. Okay, we'll be back shortly. Oh, our beautiful Unakite. It has been running in medium 120, 220 grit for 1 week. Let's see how we're doing. Oh. Feels really nice and smooth. There's that one little part right there. Beginning to think these scratches won't come out in medium. They should though. I mean, technically. It's just that. There's just these tiny, almost imperceptible little marks that I'm holding them back for. So far, we've got nothing to move forward to 500. So we might be running this entire batch in medium 1 more week. Wow. It is so pretty. So very pretty. Wow. That one might actually be able to go. Unakite's a very interesting stone. It's a metamorphic rock. And it started out as one kind of rock and then melded with another to become something new. So Epidote is the green, and I'm fairly certain it's Feldspar for the red. I saw something this week that's mentioned something besides Feldspar and it made me go, wonder which it really is then. Just lovely. I just think it could just be a tiny bit smoother to the touch. Some of it might just be grit that I'm feeling. I think I'm going to run this whole thing in medium 1 more time. Just to be sure. And that last one almost felt sandy. Oh, this feels good. Yep, I think I'm going to send them all back to medium 1 more time. I mean, they feel good. Some of them just have a teeny, tiny little thing like that right here that I want worked out. I just think if we run it, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. This little one might be my favorite. I'm thinking one more week for all of it, just to get that really good finger feel of smooth before we send it on to our pre-polishes. Why not give it every chance it can get? Wow. Gosh. These are amazing. Such pretty patterns. They are getting really tiny though. I gotta admit that. It wasn't very big rough to begin with. It sure is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so put this back into medium for one more week. There's been no chipping in the ceramic media, so we're good there. And we'll move on to our next barrel. All right, be right back. And we're back with our Amazonite. Amazonite. I like to call it amazing. It's been 1 week in medium. Seems like it's been a long haul for this stuff. Mostly because of the black tourmaline has been underscoring and ruining the batches. So we're kind of hoping, I mean, this is all we've got left. We're kind of hoping that this works out. I did order another batch that doesn't have tourmaline in it. So we'll see how that runs. But this has been 1 week in medium. It's feeling smoother, but there's still little things I'd like to, work out, like here and here. So this is in our little 1.5 pound barrel. So it's just little, itty bitty little. It's just not, I mean, there's all this breakage. I don't know what's going to happen. Might end up with a lot of really pretty garden stones. Some pyrite in there. Yeah, so this has got this whole area here. I'd like smoothed out more before we move it forward. It's a pretty piece. Just some problems there too. I was hoping that being in medium was going to work those out instead of having to leave these in rough another week. But we'll find out. Some pretty color here. All of them need a little bit more work. Oh, this looks like it's going to chip right off. Hope not, because that could possibly damage the entire batch. Like this looks like it's had something break right off. Which might be this piece here. So that's going to go into the chips. Oh, we had a pocket there that came out. Nothing's good is going to come of that. So that's going in the garden. Just putting it in the garden right now. garden box anyway. Here's another piece broke off. This is just a little pebble, but isn't it beautiful? That could go to a Zen garden piece, a Zen garden project. Okay, I do not see any further breakage, so we're going to run this Amazonite, whatever you want to call it. We're going to run it one more week in medium and see how we're doing. Okay, Zen garden, little tiny piece, and the chip bag for our other chip project. Okay, we'll be back with our Snowflake Obsidian in just a minute. And we're back with our last barrel of the day. This is our Snowflake Obsidian repair barrel. Now we have some Snowflake Obsidian sitting aside waiting to move to 1000 grit pre-polish, and we had a bag of Snowflake Obsidian that we wanted to catch up. So this has been running, it's run through a medium, and now it's gone through a week of 500 grit for repair. And we're going to look at it and see if it's ready to move forward to 1000. And if it is, we can combine both barrels, or both batches, and get them back on the straight and narrow. That's kind of funny to put it that way, the straight and narrow. It'll be back together again. One complete batch. This is gorgeous. Let's see how we're getting here. Okay, this is completely dried off. So even dry, it's getting a little bit of a sheen. And it is ready. So ready to move forward to 1000 grit. Wow. Just wanted to catch up these last few pieces. Little snowflakes. It is so smooth to the touch. And even though it has a little bit of grit, of the pre-polished grit still on it, it is still so smooth. So this is going to go through 2 or 3 wash cycles until the water runs clear. And we're going to wash it with the other batch because it didn't get washed yet. And all of it should move forward to 1000. And we'll run that for a week and see how we are. And if that is next door to perfect, we're going to put it on polish for a week. So we're getting really close to having our Snowflake Obsidian ready to be finished. So far, out of all the batches we've run, it's gonna have to wait. Out of all the batches we've run, only the Kambaba Jasper has finished completely. Everything else is still in various stages. It's been 3.5 months that we've been running all these stones. Wow. This is so wonderful. Well, that's got to go back a stage. And I have some black obsidian that I'm going to be running soon, and I can throw these pieces that aren't going to make it. I can hold them aside and throw them in those barrels. And those barrels catch up. Oh. Okay, you see this one? You see that break? That never should have made it this far. It's so little. I'm gonna put this in for garden stone. Yeah, that's gonna be a garden stone. Look at that one right there. Yeah, I'm just going to go back a stage. That's a grit catcher. No chips. So we're good there. This is ceramic media that's chipped and I want to get rid of it. I don't want it to be a grit catcher and cause damage, so I'd rather just pitch it. That's just color. Okay. So we are going to take these 3 pieces and set them aside for when another obsidian batch is ready for medium. And then the rest of these are going to be ready for 1000 grit as soon as we're done with the wash barrel. Okay, we will see you next week. Bye. Well, we've had to set the coffee and green volcano stone aside because we don't have a barrel available to hold what was left of it. So it left us with a 6-pound barrel open, and we're going to run black and we're going to run red Jasper. So that we had 4 pounds that we're putting in the 6-pound barrel, and we're going to add the 6090 coarse. We're not going to run any ceramic media in this first week, and yeah, here we go. So we need 6 tablespoons because it's a 6-pound barrel. Okay. And we've already got the water in it. Now we just have to close it up and we'll put it on the tumbler. All right, so we've started yet another project. Holy cow. All right, we'll see you next week.